Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tarnation TV, the regular version, not the turbo version. So this is the family-friendly version. This is Talladega Nights Season Number 3, Shake and Bake Series.
Gosh
Race
darn
number,
right.
yeah.
7.
Gosh darn right. Race number 7. My name is Blaine, and you are?
Brad, happy to be back yet again for another exciting Saturday night.
Saturday. That's basically...
Yeah, notice that? I'm breaking to my announced voice. This Saturday, the Shake and Bake Series. Lean real close into the mic. Pop me down, Blaine. Make me sound real good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you whisper real close, and you're like, this is race number 7, and we are here all night for your viewing pleasure. For the next 10 minutes, subscriptions on YouTube are completely free with coupon code Tarnation TV. You know what, that rhymed, and I didn't even plan that.
No? That's how good you are. That's the quality of content we produce here.
It is. This could be a good race, man. We got 2 full races left, this being one of them before we lock in the points for the championship run. So... we can put the points up on screen right there, actually, if you want to see current standings after 6.
I was going to say, what are the standings? Because obviously, where we last left it, Ken Roberts has a hefty lead, but not as much as he had going into last week's race, right? He's now 100 points above second place, but I believe last week he was wasn't there a 200-point spread between 1 and 2?
He was pretty close, but as you can see there from his points in each race, that 6th race, which was last week, he got caught up in some stuff and only got 105 points out of a possible 185. That's right. So it's a big hit, but he's definitely going to be confirmed in. He could actually park these next 2 races and still be in. You know, nobody down the bottom can push him off that list.
Yeah, I guess it's too close to call at this point now. I was going to say for race 8, who would be looking at the cutoff line, but I'm guessing at this point, depending on how the top 10 finish tonight, I guess we'll ultimately decide, because that could change. I mean, there's a lot of close between. There's a
lot of bubble
11th
drivers.
And 20th, there's only 60 points difference, right?
That's where it is.
There's at least a dozen there that are only with a 100-point spread, so that could change so much. I think I guess this to me is the more exciting part of the 10-season race, or the 8 and 2. Is it's a little more compact. Every race is worth a bit more, and the stakes are a little bit higher. It's not like a clear blowaway at this point. It literally, beyond Kelly and Ken,
those especially those last position 7, 8, 9, 10 right now with 2 races to go. Those are the spots that are the ones. Jeffrey's in there in 7th, but if Josh 2, Billy Ellis, or Bob Dixon, they have a couple of good runs in these next 2 races, man. You know what I mean? They could get in there and definitely bump Jeffrey right out of that spot.
Right you are, Blaine, and you would hate to see that, seasoned driver like that, they're giving it 110% every night. Just forecheck, backcheck, paycheck, buddy. It's all NASCAR talk,
That's it. That's a good one. That is a great one. Yeah, did you... we have other series here. By the way, the stats that are rolling across the top of your screen, that's just practice and qualifying session information. Just to confirm that we do actually have tickers and statistics running. But we have other series here, of course, at the... not Tarnation TV. I always get them confused. Talladega Nights, the other series that are going on. It's always a lot of fun here. Most nights of the week.
Remember, one switch at a time, turning yourself on.
Sorry, I'm getting interrupted by the game. I'm going to jump into my car and abort my qualifying run. Yeah, that way these guys don't have to sit here and wait for 5 minutes for us. But the other series here at Talladega Nights.
Remember, one switch at a time.
Where is it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that button won't work.
Monday nights.
Yeah, that button won't work. Because right now we're just in a placeholder mode for the visuals. We'll have to talk about the actual schedule. But we do have commercials. That's pretty neat, eh? Aero 88.
And you know what? You know what I'm excited about is because if I know something about our fellow racers, if they're anything like me, I love commercials.
Right.
Forget the show.
No.
I would like to watch bits of movie with commercials every 10 minutes. That's how I like my movies cut up. Just the way the director wanted it.
Exactly. The way you wanted to be seen. Tarnation TV.
And then you were worried that you had Saturday nights free of commercials for an hour and a half of racing. Don't worry anymore. Here comes some commercials.
That's it. So the Aero 88 series takes place on Monday. So Jeff and I were talking. And, Jeffrey's talking to me right now. Go ahead, Jeffrey Elliott.
Hello, Blaine. Hello, Brad. I assume we are live?
Live on the internet, yes.
We
Live
are.
on the internet. Hello, internet. Hello, people. Whoever's out there watching us at Talladega night tonight, thanks for coming out, and hopefully we'll put on a good show for you. We are in the middle of qualifying. Since we're done qualifying, I'm going to come and get you from, I don't know if you're in the tower or the blimp tonight, maybe both. But I'm going to come and get you and walk you over to the drivers so we can do our driver's intro in qualifying order.
Sounds like a plan, man.
All right, buddy. Thanks, guys. See you in a little bit.
You bet.
All right, let's roll a commercial and we'll get ready for driver introductions. Well, there you go. How about that? Join us on Mondays for the Aero 88 series, the DWI series, Drivers with Integrity. And that is run by Keith Bynum himself. Good little league over there. We also made another commercial for the 1-0. Whoops, I'm hitting wrong buttons. That is not fun.
That's all
We
right.
have another commercial. Apparently, we don't have another commercial for Bob Sire's Dirt Series. 1 second. Let me fix something here.
Disheartening because you get these people in there. You think feed off there.
There we go. I fixed it.
There we are.
So we're going to cover Bob here. Next time we have a commercial break, Bob, we will totally plug the Gearheads Dirt Series, which takes place on Sundays. So yeah, the broadcast fell apart momentarily for about 30 seconds, so I can switch that over. But yeah, it's ready for me to hit a button. And the Dirt Series is a lot of fun. So I made a little trailer for the Monday series, and of course made a little trailer for the Sunday series as well. But
These are some pretty good commercials then.
Preem. And by the way, the music in the commercials provided in part by our friends at Rise of Dissension. Check them out at reverbnation.com/Rise of Dissension if you like heavy metal. And hard rock and roll.
Exactly.
It's all quality stuff, and they are quality people who let me use their tunes. We hang out, and they played loud music for us. But yeah, so this is how this is going to work. Stage 1, as you can see on screen there, will be race number 9, and of course the final championship race of the 10-race season will take place. There is a holiday in the United States of America next week. Ours is this week in Canada, north of the American states that are united. This is Victoria Day, America's hat. We are America's hat. Victoria Day long weekend is us, so we get Monday off. Next week, it's a holiday in the United States. So we are not going to be racing next week, but the week after. So they will return, I believe it's the 3rd. I don't know what it's for.
Day?
I can't remember what it is. Is it Memorial Day?
All right. Jeffrey,
Hey
to the tower, to Blaine,
Well, maybe-
Donlin.
Maybe Jeff would know.
Go ahead, Jeff. We're going to do some driver intros.
Yes, sir. We are ready to bring you up.
Awesome. Bring me up, and we will do some introductions.
Yeah,
That
Bob
was great,
says
man. Appreciate it.
it is Memorial Day, so there we are. Nice.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Another awesome turnout tonight. So this is going to be a whole pile of fun, a little bit different, I guess, with the driver intros. You guys are going to go in qualifying order. So starting with the pole sitter, we'll get this thing going. Thanks, guys. Have a good race.
Thanks, Wayne. Go ahead, Brian.
Brian Lovell, you here?
Brian Lovell driving a 043 from Big Stone Gap, Virginia.
Greg Lovell from Big Stone Gap, Virginia, driving a number 088 Ford Mustang. Good luck, guys.
Starting third at 55, Ken Roberts driving the Mountain Dew Chevrolet, painted by R.D. Solons.
Starting fourth, Craig Higley in the 82 Aqua Adventure Superwash Ford Mustang out of Paducah, Kentucky.
Rolling off fifth, Grant Wesley from Princeton, Indiana, driving a number 88 NOS Energy Dodge Challenger.
Starting sixth, driving a 931 Pepsi Camaro, Robert Breedlove out of South Carolina.
Starting seventh, Denny Carroll out of Big Stone Gap, Virginia, driving the red hot Chevy painted by Rodney Solons.
Starting eighth, Mark Paglia from Gainesville, Georgia, driving the 28 Wood Brothers Motorcraft Ford.
Starting ninth, driving the 09, Larry Wyndham, Blue Mountain, Mississippi. Y'all keep rocking in the free world now.
Starting number 10th, Billy Elser, driving the number 26 Coors Light Chevy.
Starting 11th, Kelly Causey, the 00 from Agricola, Mississippi, in the Mac Tools Chevrolet.
Starting in 12th, Craig Prama driving the 22 Chevy Dick Insider.
Starting lucky number 13 is the 23 Doug Hulick driving the Yeti sponsored Hood Camry.
7-Eleven John Godfrey with Joyce Camaro.
Starting 15th, 043 Bob Dixon from Macon, Georgia.
Starting 16th, the 388 Eagles cars from Big Stone Gap, Virginia. Good luck, everybody.
Starting 17th, Garland Oaks, and number 67 Toyota Camry Dr. Pepper Zero from Martinsville, Virginia.
Starting 18th, the 03 Danny Hardy from Laurinburg, North Carolina.
Starting 19th and number 27 Chevrolet Camaro Z01 Bob Sire out of Freeland, Michigan.
Starting 20th, Stephen Brandstetter from Ranelette, Oklahoma, driving the 510 Shake and Bake Ford Mustang.
Starting 21st, Pat McCarsky, Brownsburg, Indiana, the Tarnation Turbo TV Dodge.
Starting 22nd, Adam Simonik driving the 016 Oscar Mike Radio Mission and Flight Ford Mustang out of Urbana, Illinois. Good luck, everybody.
Rolling off at 23rd, number 31 Brad Otto, Wolfpack Racing, Fresno, California.
Starting number 24, running the number 4 car, Toyota. Gravedigger, Javier Negron, Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Starting 25th, number 33, Jeff Goodpaster out of Speedway, Indiana, driving the SNHU Ford Mustang.
Starting at 26, the 029 car, Mike Mangialardi out of Federal Way, Washington. I give a shout out to my buddies watching at the Rain Air Room, and good luck, everybody.
Starting 27th, number 7, Bobby Farrell, Frederica, Delaware, in the Menards STP Ford Mustang.
Starting 28th, number 24, Graham McDonald.
Starting in 29, Ulysses Sandoval driving the 96 Toyota representing the keyboard players.
30th, number 68, Outlaw. Shout out to Hannah and Trevor and Jasper.
Starting 31st, the number 5 car, Joe Peacher from sunny Troy, Illinois. Good luck, everybody.
Starting 32nd, the 079, Nate Balzer from, I believe it's Seattle, Washington. Good luck, everybody. Driving in the position 33, the number 56, Jeffrey Elliott from Mooresville, North Carolina. Good luck all. I want to give a shout out to my dad and my brothers. Good luck, everybody.
Starting 34th, Alex Moe, Riverside, California, driving the Lowe's Chevrolet.
'37th, Tom Dixon, driving at number 45, Kermit the Frog Batman ride out of, I believe it's Byron, Georgia.
Driving the number 12 in the 38th position, Gary Mingus from Tallahassee, Florida in the USAA Bank.
Starting 39th, driving the number 3 GM Goodrich Chevrolet, Gary Heiser out of Mount Sterling, Kentucky.
And we saved the best for last. Starting shotgun on the field in 40th, number 29, Mercy Health Chevy Camaro, Brian Wolf from Youngstown, Ohio. Big shout out to Dr. Sabrina Talbert, Dr. Dan Ricciuti, of course, my little crew at the Little Greek in Boardman, and my biggest fans, Ellie and Archie Aycock, and the entire Parker Hinnett family. And Cannon and I did not come here to lose. Good luck, everybody.
Also, a shout out Brad Otto. He's celebrating his 88th birthday today. Happy birthday, Otto.
Happy birthday.
60. Geez.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy 21st birthday.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you guys for all for the intros, audience. Hope you enjoy that. We like to have fun here and have a good time. We're going to put a good race on. Blaine, any last words?
No, like as always, keep it between the stripes. This is going to be a lot of fun. Happy birthday, Happy New Year, and Merry Christmas, and whatever else. Kick the tires, light the fires. I'm out of one-liners. Have a good night, guys.
Thanks,
Blaine. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Blaine. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Guys, the track is open. We're going on the clock.
Hey now. Whoop, where's my microphone? My microphone is on. Hey, you can hear me. And so can both the broadcast can hear me, but you can't. Why do you need to hear me?
Honestly, I've heard everything. I've heard all your stories before. I was there for half of them, and then I know you lied about the other half, so I really don't need to hear any more
Right.
of your BS.
50 and 50% truth.
Remember that time when I robbed that train? I'm like, no, you never robbed the train. Come on, man.
Come on. That's
the
it,
bank.
man.
I remember when you robbed the bank, but never a train. Like, you don't have a horse.
You know what? If I did have a horse, I'd probably try to rob a train. Going old school to a kid. Yeah,
That'd be
man.
the way to go.
So the chat's going crazy. I was busy in the driver room. What's going on?
We
up
are.
there?
I just wanted to make sure. So Bob confirmed that it was in fact Memorial Day, and then
Well, see, I thought their Memorial Day coincided with our Remembrance Day.
no, I don't.
Why did I think
Maybe
that
they-
was also in
Is there
November?
another day in November? I'm not sure. We'll probably
Veterans
find
Day.
out in the chat. Veterans
Maybe
Day.
that's why it's Veterans Day. Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Then I clarified for the network censors that he did in fact say Dickens cider.
Right, it's a cider
And then-
company.
It is, and then Rodney Sullivan's chimed in saying, "Yeah, Dickens cider, Juicy Peach to be exact, which I believe is in fact their biggest, the biggest selling flavor." And then Chris Elliott also remembers us as I love my Dickens cider, good stuff, right there. And I just remember last time, the other day, I was outside working, building like a little bench, and I hit my thumb with a hammer.
Oh,
And
darn.
You know what I did was I put my thumb in cider, and it felt so much better afterwards.
It is. They say cider is like a cure-all.
It is. Anyways, that's enough of that.
This
smut.
Yeah, exactly. It's the PG-13 version of all the crazy names for these companies that they can get away with everything. But yeah, this is a stacked race. Brian Wolf, of course, never qualifies. He got the last spot on pit road, so he's 2 stalls in from the first one. So that's gonna be a tough pit stall to hit. But
And Chris in the
Brian
chat was asking.
Yep.
Sorry. About it was there knockout qualifying tonight because we got a full house.
That's an excellent question. Let's see if we can get Jeffrey Elliott. This is the Tarnation TV Winnebago. You got me? Let's see if it was a knockout. He would know that because, yeah, Chris is right. This is a full field because we take up the last 2 spots.
And we really don't do much for what it is, too, right? Like, these guys get the best seats in the house, and they're just sitting there jabbering. Like, make room for more racers.
Yeah. We do have our drone cam in play today. Just to make sure this is working. Yes, it is.
Hey, here's a question for you.
Yep.
42 drivers. Is that a game limitation, or is that a NASCAR?
It's a NASCAR thing. There's only 42 drivers every week, and we need to take up 2 of those slots to do what we do.
Oh, so, yeah, no, that part I followed, but I just didn't know if that was just like, maybe it was a limitation of the game at the time, or there's never more than 42 cars on a racetrack.
No, there's never. You have to qualify.
Okay, and does that change for the size of the racetracks? Because obviously there's some smaller ones as well, too, right? There's some oval tracks.
I think it might. I think they're pretty good at being able to get 40 in every race. There could be a couple instances
like the minimum size. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to host an NASCAR event, I'm 95% sure you need to accommodate 42 or 43 pit stalls. I can't see. I mean, they do these special events in like smaller cities, like they run the Coliseum and stuff. And I'm pretty sure they're not running 43 cars at a half-mile long Coliseum setup. But I could be wrong. But that's also not a cup race. So let's see here. Where do we want to put this camera so we can come back to it? Let's put it way up here on top of this post. All right.
Maybe up by...
We're up here nice and high.
Party camp by the...
Oh, yeah, we got Sullen's little campy bus.
You've got
over
your
here.
The points is out on the screen there, so we can't see exactly what you're seeing as you're...
That's fine, yeah, I just put the points up. We're just in happy hour currently.
See what kind of shenanigans those guys are up to. The water balloons full of KY or, just anything to slip up the rate. You know, the Rodney fans, they're a bunch of rowdies. Yeah. Rightfully so. Still choked about a couple of weeks ago. Understood, but like so far, nothing on fire, which is nice to see for a change. They haven't yet burned down any of the neighboring motorhomes, which is, but I think that's because they were, they banned them from having, flamethrowers and whatnot there. So,
yeah, they are a rowdy bunch. The Rodney Sullen's 38 Black Rifled hooligans just out of turn number 2.
That's you know what.
Yeah.
Truly the word of words when it comes to
riff-raff.
I agree.
Hooligans. Yeah. We've got some drivers connecting and reconnecting. That's why you were seeing the static on screen there. Grant Wesley, first time out in a while. I haven't seen him. Looks like he may be having connection issues. It looks like in the console here, it looks like he's fallen out a couple times. Has fallen to an unacceptable level. That's too bad. I hope Grant can stay connected.
In the chat before that he was having internet issues and he was made a few changes and his fingers are crossed.
Oh no, okay, so that might be something to watch then. I don't know. He qualified way up there. Like, where did he qualify? Wesley qualified in 5th, so he'll be on the inside of row number 3. If he has to get out of the way, he could fall to the back. That would cause a lot of black flags though, so he'll probably have to take the stripe before he decides to pull over. Happy hour is within 10 seconds of ending here, so we will be throwing the microphone over to Jeffrey Elliott. He is not only part owner of this league, he's also the Grand Marshal of the races. So, the session is now complete.
Grand Poobah, the Water Buffalo Lodge, wasn't that? Flintstones.
Yep, the Flintstones. Yep. Yeah. What's the Red Green Show? What are they on the Red Green Show? They are the Possum Lodge. Oh God!
Royal Order or something.
Yeah, the Omno Comni Fluncus Moritati. I know that was their that was their thing. I can't remember. That was their chant. I can't remember what they called themselves. But yeah, that anyway. Yeah, we're getting off the NASCAR stuff. So
it eludes me at this moment. But
I'm gonna throw it to Jeff for the Grand Marshal duties of the race.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talladega Nights. Racing on the fastest track, Talladega Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines!
And we are now waiting for the green flag. Oh, we get 2 drivers start your engines. Usually I'm pretty good at timing that so we don't have to listen to the game do it. But either way, Jeffrey's is way cooler. Testing? What was that? Was that you saying something?
No, I was going to say something. I'm like, because I could hear that, but I usually can't hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I'm thinking I'm not used to being able to hear the game audio because when I'm watching your broadcast, I only have video.
You're going to be all right
now
over
in
there?
my ear, I'm like, what? The audio was working.
What is
sorry,
going
there was
on?
a brief moment of amazement before I realized it wasn't a turbo stream and I could firmly pull my head out of my butt and get with the program. All right.
Figure your stuff out over there, like I'm Jay.
Exactly.
Do people want to know what we look like?
Probably not, but I mean, you know what? Do we care? Here it comes.
Oh. High key black and white contrast to hide our imperfections. Your commentators this evening, myself, Blaine, and of course, my good friend, Brad, in the co-hosting chair. And what's the thing right on to your right there? What is that?
Oh, that's a stuffed elephant leg.
That's
I
weird,
shot it,
bro.
When I went hunting, but I couldn't get the whole thing into my carry-on, so I can only bring a leg back. So I'm like, well, it's the leg or nothing, and I
don't let Nate
spend all
hear
this
you
money
say
to hunt
that.
the elephant. Right?
Big game hunters.
Yeah.
Going out there and using bazookas to hunt wildlife because that's a sport.
Yeah.
And by the way, that was a joke. We hate that stuff.
Yeah, no. I don't have any. I have a 3D printer and a glass of beer to my right.
Right.
And
the 3D printer. We need to figure out how to 3D print a NASCAR and then be able to put a logo on it when they win the championship. Because how cool would that be if you could 3D print, like we're looking at right now, the 43 of Bob Dixon. Mm-hmm. If we could somehow figure out how to 3D print this, which wouldn't be hard to do. The hard part is getting the decal to fit.
Right.
Somehow take the paint file from the game and put it on a 3D thing and send your car to you if you win the championship. That would be so cool.
Right. Now, hey, on your screen, could you take a look at Mr. Elliott's car and tell me, did he upload a skin at the last minute? I just downloaded all my new skins, but for some reason I've got him as a blurry anime mess.
Okay, yeah, no, he's got an older car tonight. So you may have missed that one. That one's actually from last season. The Bull Rivage. Oh, that came out after the ALS event that was
I'm not
put
sure.
on by
I thought I downloaded the whole thing. But anyways, okay, that makes more sense. But for some reason, he's the only one that I have like that. But anyways, at least I'll know who he is.
He is the guy.
That was the blur.
In the 56. Yep. Checking out the front row here, we got Greg Lovely in build first position last time by the stripe, but is currently now sitting in about fourth. You see Grant Wesley in that 88 on the low line, tucked right up underneath the 55. Of course.
Yep.
Of Ken Roberts.
Oh, and my game just bailed. So one moment while I launch back into here.
I can hear tapping. Are you typing on stuff?
No more than my keyboard, just to move some things around. But I can move that mic away a bit. But
it might have been something else.
No, it probably
nose to tail.
Probably was. Hang on here.
You got the whole entire level family up there on the high line. Going 3 wide into 388. It'll be down level there. Slipping to the outside. He's got help behind him, though, at the 0. Tarnation TV Turbo car, Pat McCarskey up there. Always thank Pat for repping the colors. Because they are real. Speaking of Tarnation TV, if anybody cares, Tarnation TV Turbo is an alternate channel that we run, and we just kind of do whatever we want over there. And there's no filter on language or anything, so it doesn't get too crazy,
But sometimes we drop 500 F-bombs. But I mean, once you heard it once, it's not so bad the next 400 times.
Jeff counted it.
Did he?
He said there was like 1,000 yesterday.
Was it? Well, he lost track, right? He had the little clicker, and it got to 999, and then it went over.
Yeah.
And then back to 0.
An hour in, it was maxed out.
Right?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun over there.
Broke my clicker.
Yeah, this. Yeah, Steve, what are you doing right there?
Shifting between cameras.
Okay, because I don't know why I can hear that.
My mic is a good 18 inches away, like, and that's just on a little. It's a chiclet keyboard camera, like.
It may be picking up the vibrations through the desk. I don't know why that's different this week. That doesn't really make any sense.
Because, like, I'm listening right now with my ear by it.
Because every other week I haven't heard any movement on that mic, and for some reason now I've got all the vibration coming through.
Quiet. It's a chiclet keyboard, so it's pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Like, but you can hear this?
Yeah.
I wonder, is it picking up something through the feed? Like, I don't know how. Here, let me try it again.
It's something in the desk. Maybe. I have no idea. I don't know why it's different this week. I've never heard it before.
Can you hear it now?
No. And I can hear you fine, so whatever you just did is perfect.
I just moved it further away.
Yeah,
but let me know if you can hear it some more. I'm trying to be like gentle pressing it too, so not get all up in your ears.
Yeah, no, I mean it'll be fine. Maybe something changed on my end.
No, I'm not sure. Like I said, nothing on mine's been plugged in the same way as it ever is. But
check out helicopter cam.
Maybe you got me cranked up a bit.
It's possible too. I might have also turned the game volume down a little bit too. Maybe that's what it is. I did tweak some volume settings in the game itself. I just moved to the helicopter camera here to get a bird's eye view of that third line that's been forming up top there, led by Pat McCarskey in the 0 car. Ken Roberts holding strong on the bottom. With Grant Wesley behind him. And Craig Hagley behind him.
Solid 3 lines here. He got left alone in the middle pack, but
yeah, it's funny how that
happens.
happens.
Close enough to catch that draft.
He will, because they've got to back this up a bit. They've got a good push behind them too. Just depends, how tight they can stay, especially on this back, on the back straightaway. Coming out of turn 2, if you get a good run and a good bump early, you can gain a lot of spots. Sometimes you get so much draft, it almost feels like you're going to run over guys. Like there's a couple times where I've actually had to push the brakes.
Right. And you look at the YouTube chat there, we got quite a bit of chatter going on there. Zach was saying he likes the broadcast, so that's always appreciated. Thank you, sir.
Zach 103 TV, thanks, Zach. Yeah, thank you everybody, by the way, who interacts with this YouTube thing, because, it's not like huge numbers, but it is a lot to us, and this is very, very cool that people actually enjoy what we do. So thank you very much, everybody involved.
Way more fun to have the interaction with people answering questions. We're putting no questions to you guys, and stuff.
We don't need to look anything up.
Stupid keyboard, right? We're like, listen, quit clicking your keyboard and move your goddamn move your mic away from the.
You can say gosh darn it.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I will. We'll edit that out in the post. Thank goodness no one's listening. Thank goodness no one's listening live.
As we were just saying, thank goodness nobody's watching. Whoops. Look at that middle line. Okay, so it looks like, again, I love this camera angle, even though it's not visually amazing. Roberts chose to abandon that bottom line and is now getting split by the top and bottom line to maybe try to get that. I wonder if they're taking a gamble right there, trying to get that line moving. By dropping into the center. Once those guys catch them, technically that middle line that Ken Roberts, Grant Wesley are on, it is the fastest around the track. It's it's not the shortest way around. Oh no! Ken Roberts just turned. Kelly Costley, son of a fence, and everybody is
the whole.
Everybody involved who's ever raced ever just got in an accident. There's about 412 cars involved in that.
That was a huge wreck.
Yeah,
and not like that. There wasn't a lot of good escapes there, at least from what I saw. I'm guessing you're pulling back the replay.
Yeah, and that was bad for Ken, because Ken. Let's get on a helicopter angle here. Ken in the middle in the green car being pushed by 88 of Grant Wesley. It looks like Ken may have wanted to move down get behind Buckshot in the yellow and white car there. I'm just got it in slow motion. Okay, so Kelly's in front of him. Oh, no, yeah, you can see that. Kelly was running, Kelly and Larry Windham were kind of running the middle of the bottom and the middle line. And Ken just got into him. And Ken is our leader, and Kelly is in second. So, I mean, these guys, if they are forced to retire, it won't really affect their playoff stand. Yeah, Ken got walloped. Ken has 0 trunk. Major damage to the 55. Major damage to the 00 at Buckshot. The 1 and 2 here in the championship standings. Mark Paglia there as well in the 28. Let's bring up the stats. Yeah, Mark's in 4th. Wow. Those are the top runners, man. Oop, that's the wrong screen. Instant replay. There's a couple of top runners there.
It doesn't usually catch that close to the front. That's the thing, right?
No, and that was it. There was kind of a little bit of indecision there, I believe, between Ken is now in the pits getting some major damage.
See him, he's still parked
taken
there.
care of here.
Kelikazi's out on the track. He's racing around. So it's good to see him out.
Everybody just saw that car pop back together.
Right?
The stop sign is out. We're just going to keep the camera locked right here on pit road. This is live. We are live replay mode right now. Or not in replay mode anymore, sorry. Ken is getting some major work done on that car. Now they have fixed...
Sorry, I was going to say, Bob was saying in the chat he doesn't know how you made it through that, so I don't know if you want to pull up a replay while everyone's getting their stuff fixed or if you're still watching off the line.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But
load up Bob Sire here. Oh, yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on.
That was just like I say, because I think most of the big crashes that we see are typically mid-pack and mid-pack for sure.
Well, and when something happens up front like that, it collects a lot of cars.
Well, it collects a lot of cars, but not only that, but everyone was racing so tight for those first 9 laps where they were 3 wide and everyone was just moving like a pack of Shriners on their scooters, right? Like you've never seen such deft maneuvering.
So here comes this is instant replay right now. We are locked on to Bob Sire in the 27.
Yep.
Here comes the accident that's coming up shortly. Holy moly, Bob. What? Yeah. We couldn't see him because he was underneath everybody else. Okay, we're going in cockpit view on Bob. Oh, there's my drone cam going crazy. Okay, drone cam, calm down.
One more time, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, here it is from the cockpit of Pumpkin.
Fantastic. Yeah, if anybody's ever watching and you make it through some spectacular stuff, feel free to call it out because my eyes barely work and I'm operating off of a single screen and a phone. So let us know if you do some...
Yeah, he actually got bumped, I think. I think he got hit.
Maybe a little bit, but
he
if he
did get hit.
Maintained it.
He got hit by 2 different cars and somehow got through that.
Nope.
Yeah, Godfrey gets him, and 388 straightened him out. Go ahead, Jeff. This is the Tarnation TV Winnebago.
All right. Catch me down. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, if we... where is he? Yeah, if you got to send guests down, let her rip. Brian Wolf, live on the air. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. I almost drove through that whole thing there and just caught Gary at the end.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we were looking at a couple of different angles of that thing. And, oh, man, like when something like that happens on row 3, it's just madness. We know you guys like to qualify at the back.
Oh, yeah.
So, being in that last pit stall, was there much damage to that thing?
Just very little. I was just telling Gary that they hit it about maybe half a dozen times. with the little hammer and no saw, so that was a good sign.
Right, there's a bunch of funny things that can happen on pit road in this thing where you've got hammers, engine shutdown, and then the saw, especially with moderate damage, that's not a cool noise to hear.
No, it isn't, but I think we got it under control.
Right on, man.
Yeah, we're ready to get back in this thing. Like I said in the intros, I didn't come here to lose tonight because last weekend was horrible and last night was horrible. So we're ready to turn it around here and get to the front.
That's the thing; it can't last forever. You know, Ken was dominating the start of this thing, and his last couple of weeks, the same thing. He's just been getting caught in the wrong spots. So it always ends up turning around. So what video game is Cannon playing on his Game Boy in the passenger seat now? Because sometimes he's not paying attention, and it's annoying. I understand.
No, he's doing okay. I think he's had the last couple of weekends off or something though, but he's ready to pedal tonight, man.
Right on, man. Well, I love that car too. Where'd you get that thing?
This is Mercy Health, my healthcare system. My primary caregiver, Dr. Sabrina Talbert, big shout out to her, because you got to twist my arm to go to the doctor, and she's a new one for me. So she was the one that discovered the cancer initially, and then she sent me to Dr. Dan Ricciuti, who's also under Mercy Health, and he pretty much saved my life because we're cancer-free now after 2 surgeries. And
awesome, bro.
Yeah. So we're doing real well, man. We're making a big, you're going to see the comeback of the century. Well, hopefully this season, but if not, then next.
Oh, man, that's wicked news. I knew you were undergoing some stuff there, and, it feels weird to ask about things because so much stuff's going on, but that's a great, long story short, that's awesome news to hear, dude.
Yeah, I have one more procedure here coming up here in a couple months, and then, the doctor said, your last biopsies came back, negative cancer, non-cancerous. So I was like, what do I do from here? And he said, go enjoy your life and celebrate.
Nice.
So we're good. We're in good shape, man.
So you grab the plastic steering wheel and you jump in the greatest simulator of all time.
That's right.
Hey guys, I'm going to cut in. We get ready to go green. Any shout outs, Mr. Brian Wolf?
Oh, absolutely. Just like even the same ones that I did for my, the intro was, all my doctors and stuff through Mercy Health. And my biggest fans I hope are watching Ellie and Archie Acock from Acock Rental Properties, one of my sponsors, and they've been, really responsible for my racing the last 3 years. And of course, Cannon, you know what I mean? It's all for him, and he saved my racing career for the last, few years. So, forever grateful to have those people in my life. So, good luck, everybody, and thanks for having me. I appreciate it, Blaine.
Thanks, Brian. Have a good one. Good luck the rest of the race, buddy. Brian Wolf in the 29. And Ellie, I don't see her. And Archie, I don't see her in the YouTube chat. So if you're watching, shoot a comment across. You can usually tell when Ellie and Archie are watching because Ellie will be all over it. But
yep.
That's great to hear, man. I knew Brian was undergoing some health issues there, so that's cool because he went basically radio silent. He helped me start Tarnation TV, and then there was we had to do some things and kind of change some stuff, and he decided to step away because of the health problems, which would obviously lead to inconsistent scheduling as well. So it was just a bunch of things happened, and it was just horrible timing. And you feel bad, but it's awesome that he's doing good.
Oh, of course, man. That's fantastic news. No, I watched Tarnation TV from the get-go, from the inception, because, hey,
I'll guarantee you, I was sending you these links.
Right? Well, I wasn't chatting. I don't think anybody was at the time, but it was, you know what? You guys did your own thing and did something new, and I just glommed on, and I'm going to ride your tailcoat into the end of time.
into the oblivion.
Take me to Hollywood, baby.
Yeah, I wanted to know who painted that car, because Brian does paint. He does a little bit of everything, but that doesn't look like his style of paint. So I was curious who painted that thing. But either way, good to see Brian in good health. Let's see who else in the pack here can we get on here. The 03 of Hardy, he's back. Denny Hardy. I think it's Denny. 003. Dale Earnhardt Sr. So check it out. So we're at the mall today, hanging out with some friends, and this guy walks by. You know those vinyl pop figurine collectible things?
Yeah.
So I'm like he's got a... Yes. The guy walks by and he's looking, he's putting it in the bag, right? I'm like, that was a Dale Earnhardt Sr. Funko. What? I hate these things because those are lame. And then you just see some cool ones you have to buy, right? They have NASCAR ones.
Of course they do, right? Why
of course
not?
they do. Makes sense. Dale Earnhardt Sr., why not?
You hate money? Come on.
Yeah, I don't want money.
Here's a ticket to print some money.
Here's $40. Give me that.
Right? There's so many different kinds, but they found their niche, right? They're like, hey, here's this soulless, black, beady-eyed character version of your favorite character. Like,
right,
well,
yeah. Like doll's eyes.
Damn it if I don't just think it's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, exactly. Larry Windham in first position. I was going to say it said 14th and then it switched. So it's first position. He leads a lap. Larry Windham, the 09, driving the Black Hawk Down Team Sabre car. I painted all three of those guys the same sort of style. He's driving the green one. Mike Mangialardi's driving the blue one in the 029. And I believe it's Keith Bynum who drives the red one. They'll have the same line pattern. I tried to keep a theme there. Another old video game those guys play. It's 20-year-old games, man. They go a long way. It's cool to see him lead a lap too. That's some bonus points for the 09. And the 09 is, I do believe, in the playoffs. Larry Windham is currently 10th in the playoffs. So he's right on that bubble at the bottom.
Just watching the back of the pack here. It looks like Billy Elliser, maybe a bit of damage or something to the car there still after one of those wrecks, I'm guessing, because he's down at about $1.85. He was up there with Tom Dixon and Brad Otto. Brad Otto is currently leading the back of the two-pack, but him and Tom Dixon are pulling away a little bit from Billy, so I'm guessing maybe he's just having, kind of like you last night, just a little bit too dinged up to be able to maintain. So it looks like he's staying off to the side. So that's the report from the back of the field. Back to you, Ken.
Thanks there, Jimmy Johnson. No, it's cool because it is with moderate damage. They can fix you up and get you back out there, but you might not be able to hold all the speed because your aerodynamics will be compromised. So if you can find somebody to run with, though, it is worth running the laps because, as you can see from last night too, I was a couple laps down. But if guys retire in front of you, you get those points, which is good to see the 09 of Larry Windham up front right now, taking that one lap, getting those 5 bonus points, because being in 10th spot, he is on the bubble with about, a couple guys in front of him, and not to mention, there's a lot of cars actually outside that top 10 that are very, very tight in points.
Right, and then just ahead of them, there's another pack of 3 running at about 190 miles an hour. We got Breedlove, Paglia, and Cossi, and they're maintaining their 3, but they're at a solid, steady 190 clip, like 189, 190, maybe even 188 a bit. So wait and see. And then you got the pack that you can see from there. Followed by Jay Peacher, who's at the very tail end of the main pack there.
3 wide.
Jostling for position.
That middle line is going to fade because, as you can see, the top and bottom got more cars. So there it goes. The middle line of Sire and Branson are going to fade.
And that's not uncommon. That's seen a few times tonight, that middle line get left hanging. And I don't know
why check out this.
Because everybody says it's the fastest line, but...
It is, but you need cars in that lane too, right?
Are they getting
that
ready to
top line's
go down
got 15 guys, that other line's got 15 guys, and the middle line's got 2. If somebody slides up in behind them, like Mangialardi, you can see him in the middle there a little bit farther back. He's coming. And he'll get a good funnel draft right up the middle. But just got a text from Ellie Aycock, actually. You're doing a great job broadcasting. So she is watching.
Kind of you to lie to us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Kind of you to lie. Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much.
We appreciate. Thank you for patronizing us. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no,
she's
no
she's a
sarcasm.
friend
You
of
could lie.
Brian. Yeah, she's a friend of Brian's, and we did a few races for Ken and him and his family there, and hopefully we've
I
got a
remember
couple more in us.
That was
Man,
yeah,
they're a
no,
lot
that
of work,
definitely
dude.
pre my time. I remember the amount of work. I remember you telling me how much the amount of work. I wasn't obviously
yeah.
there for it, but and then I remember tuning in for it as well. And what a broadcast that was as well too. Like a lot of effort and a lot of time and energy went into that too. But you know what? For a great cause. So
Much like the ALS race too, like any special event is always a different vibe. You know,
that
you
was
get
a lot of fun.
You get a lot of new viewers, and you know the Canon races. A lot of people that don't play the sim,
It was somber,
watch it,
but it was
you
fun
know?
just to see like the amount of people, like fun for like seeing everybody out and like the camaraderie of it all. I guess I think that was the good part. Everybody was in a good mood, and you know what, as clean racing as you could hope for.
Yeah, it was great. A great race, a great event. Cool idea there to auction cars off to generate more money. Like it's just, you know, it evolves. You know, the more we do, we did a bunch for Canon, ALS. We did one for Alzheimer's, kind of within an Alzheimer's race. A lot of benefit things going on. Of course, drivers who have passed away, like CCR Pops.
Yep, that was just a couple weeks ago.
Yep, they did an open wheel run for him. It wasn't broadcasted because it was like a last minute thing. You got a long weekend coming up, and they're going to make that one. I think they're going to make that an annual race, which is going to be pretty cool. There's a lot of movement in the pack here, but they're not. There's a lot of space.
Right. Well,
Sometimes
it's going from two, and the third line is only down to the two cars in the middle there. I'm not even sure who were. Is that McDonald? Oh, in the
middle, that's whoa. Yeah, now that middle line's completely gone again. It was Jeffrey, and then the 510 of Brand Center, currently focused on Ulysses in that white car there. Won the Aero race on the Monday. A couple Mondays ago.
Yeah, he's been on a hot streak.
He has been. He's been getting out to the other series too, which is kind of neat. You know, yesterday the trucks, it was a pretty bad race at the truck race. There's just a lot of crazy, weird accidents.
It was the most yellow race I think I've ever watched or been part of.
Yeah, it was bad.
And not even fun. Like it was just like yellow, 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 green, yellow.
Yeah.
Like instant. As soon as you got up to speed, there was something going on. There was some bad juju on the track.
There was. And as before, we could just blame it on Rodney Sullen's little camper out of turn 2 up there. These guys are just throwing half-empty soda pops down track surface. And
yeah, right?
let's go check out some of these other drivers.
String of pearls. And then their micro machine collection.
Got
all over
Goodpaster.
the track.
Yeah, everywhere. Jeff Goodpaster back here in 25th position. Number 33 of Goodpaster. He's been able to make it out pretty consistently the last month and a bit, so that's cool to see him. Adam Simonic back there as well. The 016 has returned to Talladega Nights. He took a couple weeks off, so he well, where's he in the standing? Let's pull him up. 38th. Yeah, he's not getting into the playoffs. But like I said, he did miss a few races, so
that will put you down pretty hard.
Yeah. Well, we never did get the answer from Jeff if this was a knockout qualifier. Let me see if I can get a hold of Jeffrey. Hey, Jeffrey,
Yeah,
Tarnation
sure.
TV here. You got me?
Hey, go ahead, bud.
Curious with a full field tonight if this was a knockout qualifying situation or did everybody get in?
No, we have 38.
Roger that, thank you.
Yeah, you guys was 40.
Yeah, so from Jeffrey in car there, everybody got in. Everybody who showed up today got in.
Pretty good, though. Pretty
Yeah.
consistent for a Saturday night. It's never less than, I don't think we've seen less than 35 in, I can't remember how long.
It's crazy, dude, because I've raced in leagues where, like 7 guys show up every week. And then you come to this setup. And you're not, like you said, there's never any less than 35, which is, I'm going to call that a full server, because what's 5 more cars? You know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And for a piece of software that's this old to run this good is fabulous. And it's, you know, it's not going to slow down.
Where do you think we are at with the pits? So we have not had a yellow in a while. We must be getting, it was around lap 8, wasn't it? That lap 8 or 9?
I believe you're right. So the one way to find out is either to ask somebody, or we know that Bob in the 4-3 STP car, Mr. Factoids himself,
yep,
he will pit early. He is always about a lap or two out of sequence on purpose, obviously. That's just his strategy. So when we see Bob go, we know everybody else is within about 4 laps.
Right.
There's some shuffle in here, and Bob is staying on that low line, so he's setting himself up to get out of the...
We got that push for the middle there. Ulysses in the third place in the middle line there. I was just watching his car for a bit, and it looks like Mr. Elliott right behind him. So they got 4 there, and actually, you know what? They're gaining the 5th. Looks like they're going to be maybe losing that top line, and everyone's kind of switching to the mid.
They might be lining up for pit stops coming up. Now, Bob usually pits very early, so this is kind of deep in the run.
Just a little shy halfway through the race. So, yeah, you're right. 30 out of 66 currently. Two times fuel. Saturday nights, is that right?
Saturday nights is 2 times, yes. So it'll be around... we always say the window opens at 17, but you can go about 20 laps on a tank of fuel. Strategies may vary, so...
We're going to do a crank it up for the green flag pit?
Yes. I'm going to wait for Bob to go. There he goes. Oh, got a couple of squirrelies. Pat McCarskey can't hold on to it.
Oh, shoot. Why?
Where's Pat? I can't get him.
Oh, brother. Look at that. He saved it.
He did, but he's got to get off the racing line.
Oh,
we're still under green.
Yeah, everybody below Gravedigger almost went up back onto the track, but he saved it at the last minute. Oh, now he's stuck in the mud.
Oh, is he?
No, he was doing the burnout there. He got stuck in the... He was spinning out in the grass.
Okay, you want to do a crank it up? Let's crank it up. We'll stop talking. Everybody, if you got a good home stereo system, we recommend that you do, in fact, crank it up. And this week I'm going to get it right. So we'll follow Stephen Branstetter around here on the 510.
Back at her.
Yeah, man. I like that drone action. That's pretty neat. Thank you, Stephen Branstad, for allowing us to follow you around, even though he didn't have a say in it. We just did it because we can.
Right.
The drone cam's cool, man, because I never thought, like, again, thanks to Tyler Mallon for creating FreeCam, because that thing is really cool. And the fact that it actually works in a live broadcast is pretty wild.
Beyond amazing.
You're able to get, like, you can put the camera anywhere. You can attach it to a car. So when he was coming out of the pits, I was able to stick it to the car and then rotate backwards to see the traffic coming up behind him. You know, and
You're not
it's
going to
like
get that anywhere else.
no.
This is top
Tarnation,
level.
top net,
High
Tarnation
end.
TV over here. Yeah.
Yeah. We're kind of a big deal.
And that's the thing,
Or
man.
not.
You want to watch us. If people want to watch us live, what are they going to do? Right? They're going to go.
What?
And they're going to watch us on YouTube. And they're going to watch us on Facebook. And they're going to watch us on Twitch. Live streaming. TarnationTV.com. And of course, all the description in the description below. Talladega Nights website. If you are watching this or are interested in what is going on, and maybe you play NASCAR race in 2003 season and you want to run with a bunch of the best drivers around, well, you're watching it.
How
Fantastic
is,
race.
Looking at the YouTube chatter, I see Bobby Carroll saying Denny has only finished one race of the whole season from being for things he was not doing, basically for not.
Yeah, bad in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah, and Denny is currently out. Again, yeah, let's go through the retired drivers because I just got a message too from Nate. Nate Balser. These are the retired drivers. Nate Balser, Denny Carroll, Greg Lovell, and Ken Roberts, all out in that first initial accident or shortly thereafter. Nate sent me a text here. Had to retire on lap 3 due to throttle issues. I really hate Brad. He is garbage. Wow, Nate, that's so rude.
Oh, you know what? But fair. Hear him out. Like, let's find out why.
Oh, I read it wrong.
His stupid voice and his nasally nose.
Yeah.
He sound like he's perpetually like stuffy. So what's the big deal with?
I read it wrong. Sorry, bro. Tell us how you really feel.
He's the weak.
So no, he actually said, thanks to you and Brad for doing what you do. Excellent broadcast as usual. See you next week. Be safe out there, buddy. So yeah, I totally read that wrong. Nate loves us. He loves you more than me, apparently, because you got first billing. But yeah, anyway, he had to retire on lap 3 due to throttle issues. So I wonder, he had throttle issues. Was that throttle issues with his actual controller? So that's sounds like a local
pedal
problem.
issues. If you go back up a little bit in the YouTube chat there, I guess Rodney was asking him if he had new pedals, and he said, "Yeah, no." I said G27 with chipboard for throttle. He's like wondering if the chipboard went bad. Never experienced this before.
Oh, yeah.
So
different controller options.
Some technical issues for sure.
Yeah, that's too bad. That's a shame.
Yeah, so I must have missed that. So was in that initial wreck, was Denny knocked out of that? I'm guessing it was out.
Yep, my statistics are showing Denny is currently Nate's out at 37 laps behind. Denny Carroll would have been involved in that massive accident because he retired with Greg and Ken at the same time. So the wreck took Denny, Greg, and Ken out.
He's got the bum's luck, right? Like if it weren't for bad, he'd have none at all.
Yeah, that's what they say.
But you know what? Maybe next season, maybe it's an off season. Who knows?
Yeah.
Gremlins.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
But we still do have 33 cars running. Outlaws being shown 5 laps down. Pat McCarskey is 2 laps down. Billy Ellisor, Brad Otto, Tom Dixon, Javier Negron, and Doug Hulick are all 1 lap down. So if there was a yellow flag, the first 2 drivers a lap down would be considered to be lucky dogs and get that lap back. So that would be Doug right now. That would be Doug Hulick and Javier Negron would get their lap back if yellow comes out, as they would be the first 2 cars a lap down. Yeah. But you don't want yellows, but those guys might. So with 33 cars still going, Majority of them are right here.
Yeah, I'm
focused
watching
on
towards the
Craig.
back.
So are these guys spread out a little bit here?
We've got some spread out. We've got a couple of solo drivers. We got the main pack. Then we got Brad Otto, who's firmly probably a few seconds behind the front pack, or a couple seconds. And then behind him, we've got a stack of another. Oh, and right behind him, we just got a big spin out there in the middle of the pack. That's going to be a yellow for sure. And yeah, that was just. If I was a better broadcaster, I'd know where we were on the track. I've been watching this racetrack for 8 months now, and I still don't know where we are. It's not that big, though. I'm sure you'll find them. That drone cam.
Oh, we got her. We'll go and load up a replay here and find out the moment of caution. I was actually getting a bird's eye view of the entire track trying to find the other pack without actually just clicking around. I just got in the bird and started flying.
I was watching that middle pack, or the second middle pack from just behind.
Because the packs were broken up.
They were. Like I say, I was watching Brad Otto. He was in the sole. He was running at his speed, but he was in the sole spot there between the pack, and then behind him was a pack of like 5 or 6. Now they were about lined up for about 5 wide, and they had one guy break off. He was doing his own thing for a while, but he was still keeping up with the pack. So I'm wondering if they must have had around the same type of engine damage or body damage just to slow him down to that same pack's speed, because they were pretty consistent there. And then somebody just got a little bit wily right here.
Oh, wow. Right into the pit entrance, and that definitely brings out yellow. 2 of the Team Sabre cars, you can see they're coming together. They didn't hit each other. It looks like the 67... Let's go the other way here. The 67 of Garland Oaks was trying to get underneath Larry Wyndham. And he just tagged him, just hooked him a little bit. Laps come out, keep that car down. But the 2 cars behind, they're checking up hard. Everybody was actually checking up really, really good there. But, I mean, you're all so close together and so running so fast. It's weird that they all shoot off that pit road, too.
Right? Oh, see, the 24 hits it so hard on that.
The 024?
Just the 2 for whatever the blue one in the replay there in the middle of that. The 24.
Okay, yep. Oh, the Pepsi
just literally like 5 seconds before they spin out into the grass when they're coming around that corner there, it was kind of a blind angle. And I was about to say, it looked like they all got out reasonably unscathed, like a bump to bump, but mostly just high-speed spin outs. But right here, watch that 24 when he comes on. He gets the corner of that pit road concrete.
Oh, just barely, too.
And it just looks like it's going to demolish the door. Like,
yeah.
Oh, right? Or the back
That's
corner.
a
I couldn't
shame.
tell exactly where he got hit, but
yeah,
that was the hardest hit of that whole wreck.
Yeah, that's Graham McDonald. When you come in perpendicular like that to that retaining wall, that is not good.
No,
so you know what?
You should around these $5 words.
Perpendicular. That's a big one.
Show off.
Go ahead, Jeffrey Elliott. What do you got?
I got a special guest. You like one?
Let it rip, buddy. Special guest on the way to the Tarnation TV Winnebago, where we do what we do and how we do it.
Doilies.
Yeah, get the potpourri out there. Make this place smell pretty. Graham McDonald. Oh, wow. We're actually focused on your cars, sir. Welcome to the Tarnation TV Winnebago here live on YouTube. Graham, you got me?
Yeah.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, we were just watching the replay of that wreck, and it didn't look too bad until that the end of that, the rear of your car came into contact. Basically, that's a lot of damage with the pit wall there.
Yeah, I just got clipped there by a little bit by the looks of it.
Yeah, it wasn't a whole lot of damage on the track, but it was all, when you guys all came to a stop down there all together, how much damage was to that thing? Did they have to pound on it with the hammers for an elongated period of time?
Just a few seconds.
Well, that's a good sign, then. That's a good sign. So how's it looking out there? Is everything everything feel cool? Because like yesterday in the truck race, the vibe on the track was very strange. There was a lot of really bad accidents, and tonight's race actually been pretty clean.
Yeah, a little bit better.
Were you in the truck race yesterday?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a full house yesterday. That was wild. I don't think anybody came out of that thing unscathed, but yeah, man, it's good to see you out there. And what do I usually do? Oh yeah, do you have any shout outs?
Not at this time.
All right, man. Well, thanks for. Oh yeah, Jeffrey's here. I forgot about that.
I was gonna say, Graham, thanks for coming out again, buddy. Good to see you out here, man. And hope you're having a good time. Sorry about I didn't know you were in a wreck, so I'm sorry about that, man. But it's always another week.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get used to all this.
Therefore, you're doing good, man. Just hang in there and fellowship and have a good time, and that's what we're here for. All right, Blaine, I'm gonna bring Godfrey down here right away. And Graham, thanks a lot, bud.
Okay. Thanks, Graham. Good luck the rest of the race, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Graham McDonald in at 24. It only took a couple of swings to straighten that thing out, so that's good news because, like you said, with Brian letting us know about the grinders.
Well, grinders. I just put those new high-end plungers in the pit row, like the good ones. I didn't cheap out and buy those ones that that fall apart after 3 uses. These ones are I believe on the handle it said the deluxe version.
The deluxe plungers to pull all them dents out of your car.
For what I paid for them, they should have been. So I don't suspect there should be any real body damage significant.
John Godfrey has infiltrated the Tarnation TV Winnebago. We had to park the blimp because it's really expensive to fuel that thing. How's the 7-Eleven running tonight, man?
Well, we got a little dinged up Blaine in that first wreck, but she's still got speed. We're holding our own. A couple of the big dogs got knocked out, so I like my chances better.
Yeah, that was amazing. We've got Ken Roberts out, Lovell, Nate, and then some damage to some other front runners there as well. So yeah, coming late in the season, that could be definitely interesting play for the drivers that are on the bubble there. So what's the strategy this evening? Obviously win, right?
Win, try to keep it in one piece at the very least. I dug a big hole for myself starting the season out, so I got work to do.
With the damage that you took, can you run without a push, or do you need help on both ends?
Well, I've been in such big packs since I came out from that wreck. I'm not really sure yet, Blaine.
Oh, okay, perfect. Well, as long as I always try to do the same thing. You just kind of hope that you got somebody behind you that's willing to push, take that air off if the rear is damaged. I mean, if the thing's running fine, that's great news.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up. We'll get ready to go
Jeffrey's still
green.
eavesdropping.
I am. All right, John. Good luck, man, to the finish, brother.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks, John. Have a good night.
Thank you, guys.
Best of luck.
Before we go green, do you want to hit another commercial for the Dirt Series?
For sure. And
Let's
then
do it.
Also, when you get done that, make sure you check on the YouTube chat. There's a bunch of stuff there that we'll look at. But run your commercial. And
cool.
This is the Dirt Series one.
The Dirt Series, hosted by Bob Sire himself. So you know how in radio, when you're talking up a song before they start to sing in the song, they call that hitting the post?
You betcha.
I just hit the post playing that commercial because we're going green right in there.
Well, yeah. That's why.
So,
I mean, I wasn't even going to point it out. I just thought because we were that astute of professional. Whatever.
So You were
Full
talking about the
beans.
YouTube chat. So what was going on there?
Oh, I'm not sure. I was just saying that it was blowing up there. I'm still operating off a single screen here, so it was a little bit small.
Gotcha. I can check it out.
But I thought it's USC because we had some. David Cannon was in here. Rodney Sullins, Pete M saying go Alex. Yeah, I got a little bit pulled up. I just try to every time I pull up the chat and it goes over top
Dave
the
Cannon's
race.
Yeah, he's watching live. Good evening, Mr. Cannon.
It pauses my race, so I'm trying not to go too much. I can only see half the chat on my.
Yeah, Cannon is the basically the owner of Rolling Thunder Gaming. A message for Alex Davis. I'm available for a conversation anytime.
There we go.
From Dave Cannon himself. Tough deal for Denny. Talladega can bite you hard and often, unfortunately. Didn't realize there were 2 Pepsi cars, Rodney Sullins. Tell Godfrey I said good luck. Whoops. Godfrey is gone. He is back on the track. I love how we're talking to people and then we see the chat late. Like, whoops.
No, yeah, it's addressing it after the fact. I was tuned into Brad Otto's car as he was driving around the track, because like I say, he was the kind of the middle man between the front pack and the middle six that just before that wipeout there.
Mm-hmm.
Now he was ahead of all that, but he went into the pits and it looks like he retired. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, he did. He's showing as retired 5 laps ago. That is odd. Now I'm running numbers on fuel. We're close, bro.
We got to be right. Lap 48.
Yeah, and they were in and out of the pits. 45, 46-ish. If this goes green, this could be pretty tight on gas mileage. I mean, if we get another yellow, that's going to total. Everybody will be fine. But right there, again, we got the bubble. You know what we like to call it. Rodney, you failed me. I apologize, sir.
Yeah.
Rodney's still unable to race, but he is watching live. So thank you very much, Mr. Sullins.
Yeah, I mean, we're not out to do anybody dirty, but sometimes dirt gets done. I don't know, but we can be displeased, and we are
just displeased. Yeah,
I don't understand it, but more than displeased, it doesn't make sense to me. I guess
a few weeks ago with the gnarly finish, and Rodney got robbed. But it is. There's an administration panel, and they all have to come to that decision. So,
right,
and it is a weird situation where like something like that happens on the line. It's like, what do we do? So now you have to deal with it, and then sort of reassess it.
I would say the thing is, from this point going forward, as long as it's consistent going forward, like if this is the way it's going to be, then that's
the way it has to.
I mean, etched in stone. It's the rule from this point forward. Okay,
right.
It was a rough call to make. I can see the I'm not a monster. I can see both sides, but
you monster.
No, I know, right? You're a piece of. No, it's not turbo, so we don't do that here.
We can't
You're
say
a piece
that.
Of junk.
You are. Yeah. No, it is. It's a tough call to make, and I mean, if that does happen again, I'm sure there will be something concrete set for that.
I think it would have to be, right? Because you don't want to have. Anyway, we know what happened.
Yeah, and it was crazy. It was another one of those crazy races where it's just.
That was an insane wreck at the end, and
in my mind too. And I talked to Jeff about this too. It's like it's
at the back of the pack there.
Sometimes it's easier. Oh yeah, somebody on the apron.
But I think he's below the paint, so it should be okay. I didn't catch who it was. I was just.
I think it might have been Bobby Farrell in the 7. I saw sort of an orange car there. Let's back that up a little bit and see. He seems to be a little bit off pace. Yeah. Oh wow, that was a very good save by Bobby Farrell in the 7. Check this out. He gets a little bit sideways on the apron, sideways, and straightens it up. That was very cool.
Hell of a save, honestly.
Yeah,
I
man.
didn't catch that part. My the camera was still stuck with the pack, so I didn't see the result of it. But I was hoping it wasn't too gnarly. But
No, he had her
you couldn't
drifting
ask for a better save than that in terms of-
Yes.
If your punishment is, hey, I'm at
165.
the back of the pack, I'll be okay.
Yeah, 165 mile an hour drift down onto the
Dang.
apron. There's not a whole lot of grip on that transition. That's what sends you around. But when you play
Right.
this thing as long as you do, as long as we all do, you really know how and what's going to happen. So he did the right thing. He kept that thing. I mean, that happened to me in the truck race. I got down there and I was like, uh-oh. I just slammed the brakes on and just drive it into the grass just to save anybody from getting into me, you know? You have to kind of sacrifice all those positions to just not wreck 20 cars or trucks.
Rodney just commented again here.
Big
And
lockup
I'm
on
gonna-
the back straight.
I'm going to read this as the way I'm assuming he wrote it. He's like, I think they have added a rule after the fact. I don't know. Maybe he didn't write it like that, but that's the way I interpreted it. So that's why. And then he gave a thumbs up, and I think it was like a sarcastic thumbs up. But I'm sure he'll let us know in the chat. What? Sorry, you're going back to the replay here.
Another replay, yeah. Javier Negron got offline there down the bottom as well in the back straight. Little bit of door banging coming off. He locks him up. Big impact to the left front of that thing. He crushed the whole side of that car in.
Oh, there's the Gravedigger. Holy Christmas, he hit that
But
fence
you know
hard.
what? Big save and great driving. Again, like not to lose that thing going the other way could have been horrible. We could have taken
I
out
thought he
10
was going to lose
cars.
a wheel there the way he hit the wall. I thought he lost both tires.
Yeah, that could have been. That'll be some front wheel damage, I think.
Dang.
Which, you know, he locked him up pretty hard too. Back to the front of the pack here, we got Jeffrey Elliott still leading. We'll run through the stats here real quick. So far, most laps led has been Grant and Craig Hagley both have 10 laps led. Jeffrey Elliott up there, the first right now, has led 6 laps. Brian Lovell has 5 laps. Another 6-lapper is Dan Lovell. We got Tom Dixon, Bob Sire. A lot of drivers leading laps, getting those bonus points tonight. Larry Windham, Bob Dixon, Brian Wolf. A third line wants to form up front here. We are now within 10 laps to go, so if there is a yellow flag situation, they will not lift. They will go to the stripe to take the flag. And again, if you like what we're doing here, Tarnation TV is the offbeat channel. Or no, the offbeat channel is the Tarnation TV Turbo. So youtube.com/@Tarnation TV Turbo. A lot of fun. If that's
The
what you
chat
call
has
fun.
noticed it is less than 10 laps to go. And Rodney's calling for Jeff to pull this thing out. With you see, he thinks 56 going to get it.
56 hasn't won in a while. The race that he did win, we instantaneously lost all the statistics and the replays. That was a truck race.
Weird. Yeah, that was nothing to do with the payment that we received from the other drivers, saying that it was a manufactured win. That was a complete and utter glitch, and we still, to this day, do not know what happened.
No. We've checked.
But I did
People
get
have
a
been
new pair of
fired.
shoes, so
Right. Gary Heiser pulling off to the pits there. I wonder if that's a strategy play or if he maybe skipped a pit last time around.
maybe he's sticking out for the points. Could be. That's a valid strategy.
If he gambled to grab some points.
Every lap counts, right?
Yeah. Where is he? Number 3. He has led a couple laps. No, he hasn't actually. Gary Heiser in the 3. Or am I looking at Hardy? They both kind of drive the same car. No, Hardy's still out there, so it was Gary Heiser. I'm curious if these guys are going to make it on fuel. I'm not going to call Jeff and ask him because he is currently in first position.
Well, I'm glad you finished that sentence. I thought you said, I'm not going to call Jeff and ask. And I'm like, I wouldn't either. But
No.
then
That's not a polite thing to do.
No,
Bob Dixon there yielding.
Dale Huntsbury in the chat saying good broadcast and thank you for the kind words. Couldn't make it tonight. He said he had to sit this one out, so he decided watching it. So You know
cool.
what?
Well, thanks for
Always
watching.
Good to have people in the chat and watching, and if you can't make it, tune in and let's hang out and shoot the breeze. Shoot the breeze. I remembered it this time. Frick's Not
You
Turbo.
did.
Shooting the breeze.
Yep.
Sorry, I was a little bit pleased with myself there.
Yeah, very, very good.
That'll
This
do.
is a good
Pig.
race up front, man. Now, this is going to break up. Right now, these guys are staying in single file, but we're coming in here with like 6 to go at the line.
They're looking to put a move on the boss here, like, but they don't want to do it just yet. 7 laps.
We have some lap traffic involved here, too. So far,
Right,
the
but
lap
it seems
traffic
to
is
be-
doing a great job of getting out of the way. So
They're staying. They are. They're staying to the side, and everybody's. No one's surprised by this. No one coming off the pit row 3 wide, doing 45K like a pack of grannies after a $1.49 Tuesday at Woolco.
Ooh, Woolco reference. There's a throwback. Oh, they're tight in the corner here, bobbing and weaving there on the bottom line. Still wondering about that fuel mileage. I think they'll be able to make it, but I don't know, man.
I don't think anybody wants to stop at this point and take the chance, right?
If you need a splash, but if you run out,
crud!
There comes.
Yeah,
Oh, there
it's
goes
gonna be
Brian
yellow.
Wolf.
So you know what? Maybe that might is this race back? It is 8 laps. No, 5 laps left. So it is race back.
It is race
All
back.
Jeff
Yep.
has to
This
do
is not.
hang on to it, but
We probably will go green to the end. There will be a green flag again. It'll probably be
you
a
think so?
one-lap
Still
shoot.
5
Yeah.
laps, right? Oh,
It
they're going
should
3 into the
be-
high.
They're still keeping speed.
Did they get
I mean,
below the track? Was it not yellow? It must have, no, it is yellow. For
They
sure.
were
Flashing.
they were in front of the line though, so they have to race all the way back around to capture
Oh,
the flag.
that's okay. Yeah, sorry.
So
I'll get
Jeff
it
will
one of
lead
these
it.
days.
Yeah,
What did I swear?
It's
I'll
the
figure
moment
this
of
out. It's
caution,
like cricket,
right?
I just don't know.
so there you go. Jeff
Right.
leads that lap, and there's 4 to go, and they
Even
will
the
fan
chat,
out and
chat's
slow
all
down.
buzz. They got everyone rooting for everyone. Come on, Denny Carroll's cheering for number 43, and Daryl's calling for Grant. Holy smokes! Yeah, we might get the final lap. You think it'll be a white flag lap?
Yeah, it's close because there
Might
is
even be a
cars
checker.
a lap down, so that adds a lap. It might be over. It might be Jeff. It's weird
what?
because the game will do it certain. I think it is like set in stone how it works, but when it comes down to it, you're always just questioning that. Like, oh man, there's
Right.
4 left. I'm like, yeah, there's a lap car though, because you usually get 3, I think. Unless there's a lap car down, you'll get 4.
Right?
I
'Cause we
can't.
got the
I
chat.
can't. Yeah.
Chris is already celebrating, so he's pretty confident that Jeff won it.
I think so. I mean, I'm thinking it's probably over
Right?
because it won't
I mean,
go
because-
green out of the last corner. That's not going to happen. It has to be an entire lap.
And also,
we have.
if I'm not,
guys,
if
we're
I'm not mistaken,
faking pit
could you-
stops.
Jeff sent you that $100 this morning, right? The
No,
Venmo,
we got it off
and then I
mic.
got
You gotta-
mine.
1 sec.
So
Let me
then
mute the
he's-
mics. Okay,
Sorry.
we're muted.
It was sorry.
Yeah, sorry. What?
Congratulations, Jeff, on that totally earned victory.
Right.
And nothing suspicious and or untowards happened there.
No.
There was no Saskatchewan oil moose grease on the axles. I don't even know why you would even say something made up like that.
Right. Lights are still on the pace car, of course.
But still 4 laps left, right? Or 3 laps, so...
Yeah. All right, the mics are off. Yeah, no, dude. He sent me 1,000. He told me to send you 500, so we're going to split it, bro.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what? Well, we'll split the difference, and then I'll give you 200 of mine.
Oh,
And
sweet.
I'm not good with math, so...
All right. Well, we should get back on
When I
live
was-
again. Yeah, people are going to suspect something. Okay.
Yeah,
1
they
sec.
just
Let me
crank it up.
Hey. Yeah, no, I had to mute the mics there for a second. I had a coughing fit. I had to cough.
That's right. I was a sneezing fool.
I'm going to get in the cockpit here. The cockpit of the 56. He's down below the yellow line, and I don't know why. He might be texting and driving.
You know, well, also it's kind of hard to steer in NASCAR and eat a delicious muffin at the same time too. So he's focused on the blue. I mean, I'm guessing he's got blueberry brand, maybe something like that. He's sensible, smart.
That'd be a great choice. Okay, so he's not
tasty
clutching,
and it keeps you regular, which is
most important.
Fantastic.
See, he's in 4th gear, so he's running low RPM.
He's running the absolute shortest line of the track to conserve fuel.
Dropped her down to 2nd.
That's just wild.
Is he faking a pit stop? Or is he going to go? No. There's definitely some fuel issues here, man.
Well, you were calling that before, and I think
he's clutching now. He's clutching now. He's got the clutch in.
See, my eyes are too old to see my phone screen, so I can't even zoom in on his fuel pressure gauge. Can you see where he is?
What's his fuel pressure? I can't see it. Denny Carroll in the chat. I'm thinking it might be a fuel problem. I don't know. I know that the RPM gauge is real time in a replay, but I'm not sure if the fuel pressure gauge is. The fuel pressure gauge is down here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you to go ahead and do me a favor and read the third last thing in the chat and tell me what that says.
That's right, Brad.
Right? Because I never hear that before, so I just need to actually audibly hear that because I heard
That's right, Brad.
I've heard you're wrong, Brad. I've heard that a bunch of times. But that's what I was wondering. Like, I mean, as crazy as it sounds, if you're still above the yellow line, you're literally taking millimeters off. But perhaps it's just, oh no, he's going this time. Like he's going right below. Looks like there.
No, like you said though, he's taking the shortest way around. Let's see if we can call him.
He says he's good on fuel. He says he's got 9 pounds.
But I'm curious though, is the fuel pressure gauge in this mode of play? Like if I was driving the car, it would be fine. But for me to look in the cockpit of another driver in a replay, I'm curious if those gauges actually move or not, or if the TAC is the only one.
I would think if the TAC moved, then the rest of it would. I guess the true test would. Oh yeah, no, look, the TAC totally dipped. So I'd go so far as to say if they went through the trouble of moving the TAC, they would have animated the other dials as well.
I think so, because I think I can actually see the water pressure actually moving up here, the water temp. The water temp gauge is moving. So yeah, these gauges are live. I wasn't sure about that. I've never really done that side of it in a broadcast before, but the water temp is moving. I can see it. So yeah, we could watch this one down here. It's currently saying he's got 9 pounds. Let's watch the lights on the pace car there to the right.
Like we were told before the race, Jeff was going to... like I guessed before the race, we were told Jeff was going to win. And I have a feeling he might too. But if it is a shootout, boy, that'd be exciting to watch Jeff win a shootout.
Oh, it would be. Let's watch those lights on the wall and on the car, the pace car. Well then, it's a shootout. It's going to be a shootout, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a walk-off.
You know what they like to say, it's a barn burner.
Right.
So what is going to happen here? So I'll tell you what's going to happen here. The pace car lights have gone off. The pace car will leave the track this lap to let these guys take the white flag to the checkered. So this, no pressure. This is it.
And if I may borrow a phrase from our French friends in Quebec, the merde is about to get real.
La merde.
Right.
Yeah, can I take our French friends at the Quebec and merge that with the legendary poetry of Cypress Hill when the merde goes down, you've got to be ready.
That's an also truer words were never spoken. You heard it here first on Tarnation
poetry. This is gonna be good though, dude. So pace car will leave. Green flag and white flag will come out at the same time, and they will go around to the checkered. Anything that happens, it does not matter. It is a raceback situation. So I do not believe anybody will be taking their foot off of the gas pedal, no matter what's in front of them. But you got to be careful. because if you do start plowing into other cars, that is going to be obviously post-race penalties. And this is race number 8, or sorry, this is race number 7 of the championship race. Pace car leaving the track surface.
What the what? Sometimes my words are wrong.
So Jeffrey Elliott again in first place, opting to take the right side line. So he did make a lane switch.
No, come on, fellas.
And that will be the race. Jeff will win. This is the final lap.
No. That is
man.
the height of
That's horrible. That is horrible. Tarnation TV.
Garbage, hashtag dumpy turd sandwich.
That was going to be so good.
Like, to quote the great Shorzy, give your balls a tug.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
That was so it was so good, and then it just it marred the bed.
They marred it everywhere, dude.
Right, the merit hit the fan, but you know what? Let's throw it up for the boss, the man of the hour.
Is it race back? But that would have been, yeah, it was race back, but the
yellow happened before he got knocked out.
It would have been. What would have happened on the track there would have been they hadn't got to the line yet, so the pit crew would have, your spotter would have said, we're not going green, we got one more, they're going to add one more lap. That's what would have happened. So it would have never been a race back, because they actually never got the green flag. They never got to the line.
Oh.
So currently, I do not know why they are crawling at 20 miles an hour. Maybe they're waiting for the pace car, actually. Where is the pace car?
He was involved in that terrible collision.
There he is. They're waiting for the pace car. They can't cross the start finish line before the pace car, otherwise he'd be disqualified and not win.
Pace car driver thought the race was over because everyone was racing so clean up until the last bit there that he was like, you know what, I'm done. He went over to the barbecue pit and grabbed himself some pulled pork and a couple of pints because he's put in a solid day too. And then they were like, hey, Jimmy, you got to get back into your car. We got some stuff to take care of. Like, come on. You think you're having a bad day? You're a pace car driver.
I was so pumped for that, dude. We were hyping that. That is such a weird instance to happen.
We should go back and fix that in post.
Yeah.
Make it better. We'll just take the ending of another race where Jeff won and just kind of slap it on there and make it legit.
And the cars that were spinning was like Palmer and Alex Moe, guys that, are no stranger to pressure situations like this.
You want to?
Yeah, I'm
the race is done.
I'm gonna go back. I gotta watch Jeff do the burnout.
Yeah, no, that is true. Yeah, we'll give. Yeah, not.
He won the race. I just would have loved to seen that drag race to the finish. Would have been great.
That's I bet he feels a little bit robbed just because he didn't get it. A win's a win, but what was lining up was gonna. I'm saying, of all the races we called, hands down, that would have been the most exciting.
Oh man, that would have been crazy. Yeah, because we're kind of wondering, I wonder if it's going to go green. I wonder. Lights go out, we're going green.
There he is, right down, doing the burnout. Hey, take it easy, Cheech.
Whoa! I did not want to do that.
Smoke. Oh, there's the vomit camera.
Tarnation TV logos on that car too.
What a trooper. He's repping us. We got to appreciate that too.
He is. All right. Well, let's see
I
about
wonder
that
if he has permission
replay.
to have our logo on that car, or should we have talk to our lawyers about that?
I wonder, yeah.
You know how they have to have rights to broadcast on? I don't know. He's lucky we're
Yeah.
pretty amicable business
We're pretty
people.
chill. Yeah, we're like, you know what? Go ahead.
And what's he going to do tonight? Bring himself up to the booth? Come on, this was fixed from the get-go.
Yeah, awesome race. Unfortunate ended. We were really looking forward to a drag race there. But I will find this on the replay here to see what happened.
Jeffrey Elliott to the tower, bringing Bob Dixon down for factoids.
Awesome, Bob Dixon. Awesome.
There. If you had
Bob
questions
Dixon,
about that.
this evening's factoids, sir. The floor is yours.
Hey, give me a second. I need a
No
second
problem.
here.
Yeah, what a wild finish. That was very unfortunate what happened, but factoids still do exist, so we're looking forward to them.
Exactly, and we can filibuster like the rest of them. Rodney Solomons was saying the TTV logos were put there on the boss's car. So, if you didn't know, now you do.
Now you do. Yep. Yeah, looking at that
We're all
replay
about
there.
Learning here at Tarnation TV.
Okay, I'm ready. Bob's factoids for the night, guys. Top 5 fastest laps. Here we go. An honorable mention was BSR D. Hardy. In 5th place was Bob Dixon. I did a 47.590 second lap. That's 201.219 mile per hour, lap 35. The top 6 fastest laps were all on lap 35. 4th was Grant Wesley. Grant did a 47.586 second lap. That's 201.236 mile per hour, lap 35. 3rd was Bobby Farrell. Bobby did a 47.574 second lap. That's 201.287 mile per hour, lap 35. Craig Hagley was 2nd. Craig did a 47.569 second lap. That's 201.308 mile per hour. And the winner and fastest lap of the night, congrats to you, Jeffrey Elliott. Did a 47.551 second lap. That's 201.384 mile per hour, also on lap 35.
That's awesome.
Most laps led. Jeff, you took home all the marbles. Most laps led was Jeffrey Elliott, 18. Grant Wesley, 9. Craig Hagley, 9. Dan Lovell, 8. Larry Wyndham, 5. Brian Lovell, 5. Ken Roberts, 4. Bob Sire, 3. Alex Moe, 2. Brian Wolf, 1. Tom Dixon, 1. And Pat McCarsky, 1. And that's your factoids of the night.
201 miles an hour on all those fastest laps. Crazy good.
Yep. The top 6.
Nice. Well, thanks as always, Bob. That's always great that you give us the factoids as a priority. So that's awesome. We thank you.
Yeah, man. Anytime. Thank you for hosting, bud.
A lot of fun.
Thanks, Bobby.
Okay, Jeff. Somebody push me. Oh, well, I can get it.
Oh, and away he went.
Away he
He says he
went.
can get it as he's going.
I'm going
Thanks, Bob.
to bring you guys the one and only Grant Wesley, 3rd place winner tonight, and I'm going to use the restroom real quick, so keep this guy busy for entertaining for a little bit.
I can run TeamSpeak also. So.
Okay, can you do that for me? I appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Yep. No problem.
Go ahead and grab him.
We have Mr. Wesley. Grant Wesley in the 88 car, currently in the Tarnation TV booth. 3rd place finish tonight, man.
Yes, sir. I got you guys.
Well, what a race that was. Unfortunately, a weird instance in the pack. They were getting ready for a shootout. I don't know. It's just unfortunate what happened at the end. That was going to be our glorious run to the end. But what was the plan? I mean, with one lap, not even a full speed lap, how can you set anything up in 2 miles.
Yeah, that was really tough for a lot of people, I think. That last 20 laps or so, I think we had a caution there with 24 to go. And my strategy at that point was to basically stay out until the very last lap and come in, which is what I did. That kind of put me back in 18th. I had pretty good fuel. I was only 1 lap short at that point. But the strategy was to kind of work my way towards the front and then hopefully be able to save a little bit of fuel along the way, to basically have enough fuel to make it to the end. And that's exactly the way it went down. I caught some really good runs, got up to the front, made it up to 4th. When I made it to the 4th, I just fell in line. I was going to follow those 3 cars anywhere they went. And I was able to save a ton of fuel. I was actually going to be to the good, just a very little bit. If it went green, but it didn't, and then of course we get that late race restart and, man, I just, you get all psyched up. You're like, I love 1 lap shootouts. They're so much fun. And, I was 4th and I had Jeff in front of me and I thought it was going to be fun to race him to the end. But of course the caution came out.
Yeah, that's too bad. You've missed a couple of races here. You've also won a couple of races, so you're close to making it to the playoffs. I don't know if you're going to be able to do it, but 3rd place. It's a good way to start.
Yeah, when I started this season, I was hoping that I would be able to make the playoffs. I was striving for that, and just my work schedule has just been so busy here in the spring. I'm looking at a couple more weeks of. I put in 72 hours so far this week and slated for another 12 tomorrow. So,
damn,
84-hour weeks, man. So,
get you a beer and a bed and have you a nap. Holy smokes.
Yep, this is day 28 in a row without a single day off. So, 2 more weeks of that, and then I'll be able to, grind it in the sim again.
Yeah, and then you could retire, right? Because you would just work.
Yeah. I would if I could. Shoot.
You work all 20,000 hours in 3 weeks, then hey, you get to retire early.
I'm
That's
looking
wild.
At that freedom 45.
Yeah, really. Is that like are you like? Do you work like crazy? Do you get like a couple weeks off where you do absolutely nothing?
Yeah, I work buku hours in the spring and the fall, and then summers and the dead of winter I get pretty much off.
Oh, sweet. Nice. Okay.
So I work half the year.
That's good. That's good news anyway. But yeah, man, like I said, it's always awesome watching you guys do what you do out here. So yeah, before we let you go, was there any last minute shout outs?
Yeah, as always, the Elliots, all the admins, Ken, the Levels. I think I probably said that wrong. Level. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Just everybody that helps out here at Talladega Nights. Man, this is such a great place to come on a Saturday night. I really have a lot of fun growing with these guys. Thanks to you guys, Tarnation TV, Blaine and Brad. Man, your broadcast is very unique and very entertaining. I enjoy watching it back. I'd like to thank my teammates at XFM, my friends and family for watching, and my girlfriend, Brittany.
Awesome, man. Thanks for the kind words. Brad, you got anything to say to Grant?
No, I'm sitting here blushing. He said too many nice things. I'm all bashful now. So
bashful.
No,
one of those 7 dwarfs.
No, it's all good. Good. Awesome racing out there as usual, and it's always good to chat with you. So,
yep. Hopefully we can do it again.
Right on, man. Hopefully we see you here next week because it's always a great race, always entertaining, and thanks again for the kind words and have a good night. I guess we got to go talk to Stephen Brandstetter. He's in 2nd place.
All right, yeah. Congratulations to Jeff on the win.
Right on. Have a good night, Grant. Thanks a lot.
You too.
Put him over there. And now I got to get Stephen Brandstetter, which is this guy right here. Tarnation TV to the 510. 510, come in.
Yes.
Good evening, man. The 2nd place finish tonight. Didn't lead any laps, but got a solid 170 points in there. You're kind of on that championship bubble, so this is going to be helpful for you.
You bet. Every point counts. You're on out.
That's it. And you've made every race, which is also a good thing. So the consistency of the schedule. So are you able to make the rest of the races in the season?
You know, I don't know about next weekend. My granddaughter's graduation I was on Friday, and maybe I can make the Saturday one.
I believe we're off next weekend, though, because it's Memorial Day, right? I think I saw that on the schedule.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it? Next week's the bye weekend, right? Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
That'd be great.
May 27th is a holiday weekend off. The server will be open for sprints and just some fun racing. So you're off the hook, sir. We'll see you
There
on
you
the
go.
3rd.
You don't even have to make it cold or anything. That's bonus.
Yeah.
I'm coming down with something. Sorry.
So
that's going to work out great.
Yeah, there you go. Do whatever you want to do next weekend because it doesn't count. What was the race out there tonight was awesome. I mean, we were having a great time calling it. But did you come out of a couple of the wrecks that did happen? Did you come out of those clean?
Yeah, I got pretty lucky. I stayed up high on that one and was able to get through it without even a bump.
Nice. Yeah, it's always a question I like to ask because, I mean, cars can be damaged and still be up here in the top 3, but it's a lot easier to do it when you got a nice, clean car. But do you have any shout-outs you got to toss down here before we get to Jeffrey?
Oh, I'd like to thank everybody for putting on the races. This has been excellent races, and broadcasts have been great, too.
Oh, man, thank you very much for saying that. Yeah,
Yeah,
we try.
thanks. We have a lot of fun watching you guys out there. So thank you guys for showing up and giving us something to talk about, and for teaching me about NASCAR. I'm learning so much. Look at it.
Yeah, it's a cool sport, man. It's a lot of fun to watch what you guys do. So thanks a lot, man, and congratulations on the second place finish this evening. So yeah, best of luck. Not next week, but the week after.
Yeah, hopefully we see you out here.
Thank you, Blaine. Brad.
Thanks, man. Have a good night.
All right. Good evening. All right, mic's off.
Jeffrey Elliott in the booth. Yeah, mics are off, Brad. Did you want to talk about Jeffrey? Well, he can't hear us, promise.
So he's in the isolated room. So we got the money, but we're not talking about it on the radio, right?
No,
we're keeping it on the DL.
Yeah.
We're going to just treat it like a normal first place winner. We're going to bring him up to the booth and act like he didn't pay us.
Yes.
All right, cool. Fine.
Yeah,
bring him in the room.
We didn't get bribed, and the race was not rigged. League owner Jeffrey Elliott, welcome to the Tarnation TV booth.
Good evening, sir. Good to have you with us.
Thanks, guys. I just ran to the ATM. Here's $20 for you, Blaine.
Not sure what you mean by that, but that's all right. That's a weird thing to say, but that's okay.
Well, I just had to tip you guys a little bit. But hey, man, what a crazy race! Actually, it was a great race. I think we only had 2 or 3 cautions, except those last 2. If you throw those cautions out, it was a pretty darn good race.
It was a fantastic race. The last half, especially.
Great. Yeah, it was really, really good. And we looked at, we were pumping up.
Just watching you, I'm assuming you were driving your mirror the better part of that time because you just had you staying at the front of the line and you were dialed in and you weren't moving.
Well, you know what? It's once you get to the front, you want to stay in the front, and it's hard to do. And Gary Heiser, I want to thank Gary Heiser for keeping me up there for a long period of time. It looks like he was needing to go to pit or something. I was guessing. I left him. He stayed high. I went down through a block on Steven. I want to say thanks to Steven. I also owe that guy the rest of my racing career. I'm going to be trying to get this young man a win himself because it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here right now. So thanks, Steven. You're the bomb wheat man from Oklahoma. Great job. Congratulations on second place. And Grant Wesley as well for third. I took on the restart. Obviously, you want to look who's behind you on restarts, and they're all good guys up there. But, Grant Wesley's the best, right? Dan level behind him, so I went high. And I'm kind of glad it didn't go, guys, because I didn't think I would have made it on gas, to be honest.
Oh, really?
We were wondering.
Even with the yellow flag adding those laps, you still might have been short, eh?
Yes, sir. I believe so. I think I probably would have ran out trial, I'm guessing. I was about a lap and a half to 2 laps before that 6th lap to go. Or
So that worked in your favor. I was disappointed just to see it because we were hoping for that shootout.
He paid. I think it was Ulysses and Grant. No, not Grant. It was Greg. Ulysses and Grant got together back there and got a little sideways, and they threw up the yellow for one more lap. I'm like,
right.
And if you're saying tri-oval, you're talking less than half a mile short on fuel. That'd have been crazy to watch that thing sputter out on the final downhill slope.
Well, you can ask my brother and Bob Seminara back 2 years ago at the Halloween South Cole's Halloween race. I ran out about the same spot and pushing Bobby S to a win, Seminara, but it didn't happen. And I ran out multiple races on the last close to the finish line. So I'm known for that, guys, but it worked out tonight.
That's wild, man. That's wild. But yeah, great race and good for you in points as well. Because let me see here, I'm getting on the standings. Current standings, it had you in 7th, locked in there now with that win. I mean, that'll definitely keep you in the championship setup. So what?
I would say, that should handily top 5 at least, right? I would think.
Yeah, because again, Ken and Kelly had big issues at the start of this race too, so they're leading 1 and 2. So that's good. You're closer to them.
Yeah, knowing that, that's sad for those guys. Don't like to see anybody get wrecked out, but when you saw those 2 guys with crunched up race cars and many others, a few other ones out there as well, it gave us lower tier, Ken Roberts, us lower tier drivers maybe a chance to win a race, man.
Mm-hmm.
And but you still got Grant out there. I don't know if he was dinged up at all, but you need friends out there to win these races. And after almost 2 years of doing this with you guys, thanks Tarnation TV for what you do. You just gotta have friends. You can't win without them. So it's a crapshoot. Hopefully you're there. You're at the right place at the right time.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, always a fun race to watch. It's a shame it ended the way it did, but then like I said, yellows, sometimes they turn in your favor, and you made it on fuel, so that's all that matters. So congratulations on the win. Thank you for the kind words. And I don't know, you're out for a rip, and you made it, so that's all that matters.
Well, Brad, I'm out.
Oh yeah,
right. And I just want to throw a rip at you boys. Any other leagues out there? If you ever watch Tarnation TV, look at the past year and a half. Look what they bring to the table with the renders and the personal intros and just the graphics alone. Not broadcasting is another whole level. These guys make it fun, entertaining. This is PG over here on Saturday nights. They still can be pretty rowdy boys, but let me tell you, Friday night they're hilarious. Go check them out on Friday nights. Make sure your kids are in bed. But anyways, you guys need to hire these. Give them a shot. Give them a try. They'll make your race fun. And not because I won tonight. I say this every week in last place. When did I qualify? I forgot, Blaine. You have that stat.
You want qualifying?
Yeah,
Wow.
when did I qualify? I think I was talking to you when qualifying was going
33rd.
on. 33rd. Wow. So see, that just tells you any driver, you can start in the back. Pack, Mo, Alex, Mo, you guys know we all start in the back, and you can still win these things. So I want to thank all the guys coming out tonight. Last night, much better race than last night. You have your good ones, you have your bad ones. I think we started with 37, 38. So great field on Saturday night. And somebody hire these guys. I would love to see them and sit and watch, which I'm going to do after this. Got some work to do tonight with my admins. Got to go through these couple cautions. But thanks, guys, for your time, your energy. Brad, you're the bomb. And Blaine, there's nobody like you. So thanks a lot.
Oh, thanks a lot, man. That's awesome.
Sure.
Yeah, thanks for letting us do this.
Give my buddy a hug, would you?
Big old high five. Long distance.
There you are. All right, guys.
Thanks a lot, Jeff. Have a good night, buddy.
Thanks
Enjoy
so
your evening,
much.
sir.
And you guys
Celebrate that win.
I am, man. I'm up first. Go back to work. It's what I do first, and work with my guys, and then I'll go enjoy your guys' broadcast. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we got next week off, so we'll see you on the 3rd.
Yeah, enjoy your long weekend there.
I forgot about that. I'll be in touch, Blaine, for sure.
It's our long weekend this week, so I'll be sitting here doing nothing on Monday.
You have nothing to do on Monday.
Yeah, man. It's
So you
Queen
do it
Victoria.
now. You can go clock in and work for Jeffrey. There you go.
I can do it.
Exactly.
Let's do it.
Put on,
Wait, the
put
way
on
you
your
drive,
steel
be
toes
down
and
here,
get to work.
Be down here in 10 minutes, Brad. You ought to see this guy drive. I get videos all the time.
I believe it.
He runs through trains. He don't let them by. He just runs through
Nope.
them. Yeah.
They know the rule.
They know the rule.
Exactly.
All right, guys.
All right. See you, man.
Weekend.
You too, bud.
Jeffrey Elliott, one of the owners of Talladega Nights, chatting with us this evening because he won the race tonight. Yeah, we did see a little bit of a replay there. The reason that the yellow did get an additional lap, Ulysses and Greg Palmer got tangled up, and around they went. And track officials deemed they needed another lap to. Man, wouldn't that have been crazy though? A one lap, especially with the fuel mileage.
Oh,
And
I had no
it's
idea
just a
he was
shame.
that low. That would have been crazy.
That would have been.
Could you imagine that he's leading the lap and then all of a sudden he just peters out in the high line because I couldn't. Like, I would have been like, "What is happening?" That would have been insane.
Yeah,
So,
that would have been crazy
talk
because
about-
you're going full throttle and you're leading too, right? So you're going to burn a little bit more gas breaking the wind. And to come out of turn 4 and seeing that pressure gauge plummeting for your fuel pressure,
it's insane to me. I never even thought about that being
Yeah.
a thing.
if it's
until
100
he
feet,
said it.
if you're 100 feet from the line, you're fine. But if you're coming down the
Right, 'cause-
tri-oval and that thing quits, man,
I'm excited to watch the race as a shootout just to see what happens and all the chaos that ensues. And he's going, "Oh, please God, let somebody crash because I don't have enough fuel to get around turn 3."
well, when something like that happens, where he's looking at that fuel ticking around down there, telling him, you need a splash, you need half a can, you need a splash, you need half a can, and you're like, then it's just staying on splash. You're like, okay, so I'm saving gas, and then right when the green flag's about to come out, they spin and they put up the yellow again. You're like, holy moly. Or it goes the other way where there was no yellow flag at all. And
It
they're all
goes
having to
green.
come in with like 2 laps to go. They're going to run out of gas. Now you're getting another green flag cycle with less than 3 laps to go to the checkered flag. Everybody
lot of
has to come
chaos.
back into the pits again. And then what happens? Okay, that's, like you said, that's more chaos. Maybe everybody's trying to get to the pits at the same time. Maybe there's a yellow. Now it's a race back. So does somebody stay out? But if you stay out, even under yellow, will you make it? I'm already on
Right.
pit road. I'm going to get gas now. I'm on the pit road. There's so many crazy things that can happen on a fuel run.
All right. Good night, Rodney. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, right on.
You know what, though? That race, for the most part, was just
Really
awesome.
good. Yeah.
And I liken it to a saying that said, you eat a whole piece of cake and but one little bit of it's doesn't have any icing and it's kind of dry. It'd be like, you know what? But you got to eat a whole piece of cake. One little part was bad, but it wasn't all that bad in general. It's kind of like that race. So you know what?
Yeah.
The
And it is
finish was just off by a bit, but it was a solid race throughout, and it could have been exciting, and it was exciting for its own right after the fact, finding out for Jeff how that played out for him. So that was an angle I had not even considered.
Right. Yeah, we're looking for a green flag drag race. But then we find out how short these guys were on gas. And then for something like that to happen in line, that stuff never happens. It's just a fluke that happens. And you're still running on a gas mileage race, even under yellow. That's how low they were on gas. Because if Jeff would have ran out under yellow,
yeah,
either somebody pushes him or he moves out of the way and loses. I mean, it could still happen under yellow, depending how low you actually are on gas. So yeah, that was I mean, we're kind of looking at it like it was an uneventful finish, but that was actually a very eventful finish because that sequence of events is wild that it happened that way.
Sometimes you have to take a minute and appreciate what happened.
Sometimes.
I'm like, what was that? That was crap.
You don't need to always have
a refund.
Yeah, high speed stuff. Sometimes the math is exciting, and that I didn't realize how low they were on fuel. That's crazy, So yeah, like Jeff said, if it would have gone green, being in first is not really where you want to be. You want to be in like third or fourth, kind of making that final push to the end, getting a push from the other drivers to get past that guy. You don't really want to be in first. Can you block properly and hold them off? Do you have enough gas to get to the end? Luke, yellow comes out and the guy wins the race. So yeah, congratulations to Jeff. It's just a
right.
crazy
Did I remember to turn off the coffee pot? There's a lot to consider.
Is the iron plugged in?
No, but you know why? It's because I don't iron.
Ooh, true. Neither do
So
I.
I never had to worry about that.
You know what they say? If the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy.
I've heard that before, once or twice.
Yeah. If you were watching on YouTube and interacting with us on the channel, we thank you a whole pile. It's always fun. We get a bunch of subscribers to this thing, and it's a lot of fun with the community that's kind of growing on this. And congratulations to, of course, Jeff for winning the race, and thank you very much to all the other drivers who came out and participate, because every single week this is a full house. So, and of course, thank you, Brad, for helping me do what it is.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity to sit here and shoot the breeze with you, and also on your recent win too on the Monday night. Or sorry, you just win second place. You had a recent win. I felt that we didn't get a chance to talk about that, or a recent near win.
Did I win something?
Did you? You came like second place.
I'm in second place overall in the Aero 88 series on Mondays.
That's what it was. Sorry.
Yep. Headed into the playoffs shortly. Yeah. It's late.
I remember you, and I remember when I think of you, I think of second place, and I remember you telling me about second place.
Yeah.
So I thought, hey,
I remember
wonder
you
what old
always
Blaine second place Donlin is doing right now. That's what I thought to myself. So I figured I'd give you a call, and
It's
then
like,
it turned out we did this race together.
It's like, that Blaine guy. He always loses.
He's
just a little bit.
barely.
Just barely
And that's
loses
pretty good.
every.
You know what?
Gosh darn
Is it better to lose just a little bit all the time, or to never ever win and always lose like worse? I'm gonna go with like just second place is pretty good.
Second place, and and there's a good solid crew that show up on the Mondays. Like there's usually about 20-25 guys. So
dude, second place is silver. There's nothing wrong with silver.
Nah, I'll take it, especially running with the talent that this league has, and the absolute uncertainty of Mondays with the Aero series and the Dirt series on Sundays. Different tracks every single week. I think we're at Pocono on Monday. Season 2 of the Dirt series of Gearheads is rocking and rolling, so jump in on that thing. A lot of fun to be had here at Talladega Nights. Links in the description to the website if you want to race some cars with some good drivers from around the world. And yeah, if you were watching, thanks for watching. Keep your stick on the ice. Hey, wait, that has to be my final. I can't keep talking after I say that.
I know,
Yeah,
got a little out of sorts, but you can say it again because it's worthwhile hearing.
Right. If the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Keep your stick on the ice.
And if we weren't supposed to pick our nose, our fingers wouldn't be shaped so perfectly.